Fan of the great radio shows of yesteryear? Then the Icebox Radio Theater has a podcast for you. It's Old Time Icebox, a series of podcast plays produced from the classic scripts of radio's golden age. There are episodes of Lights Out, Our Miss Brooks, X-1, and the new adventures of Nero Wolfe. And just to prove we're on the level, here's a sample of our own Justin Kapla as the great orchid fancier himself, Nero Wolfe.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lawrence, but it's not necessary to eat your heart out. Many fathers before you have done their best and failed.
But I had a special duty toward Diana.
Special duty?
Yes, you see. Well, you'll find it out sooner or later, so I best tell you now. I'm not her real father. I adopted her 9 years ago when she was 14.
I see.
I never should have done it. I realize now I was never equal to the task.
Well, all is not lost yet. They may not convict her, you know.
Huh?
I say they may not convict her.
How could they fail to convict her? She killed Garth, didn't she?
Did she?
Well, she shot him.
The gun was in Townley's possession.
Oh, she easily could have stolen that. She could have broken into his office later. It wasn't locked.
What wasn't locked?
The specimen cabinet, where I mean...
Oh, I believe you mean what you said, Lawrence. Townley's specimen cabinet. Although for the life of me, I can't see how you could have known if it was locked or not, unless you had the experience of opening it. Could it be that you went looking for the gun yourself after Townley said he had confiscated it? That you killed Townley with a bow and arrow, which you handle as well as your daughter, because he was about to tell me that you knew where the gun was, and that you were the likeliest murder suspect?
Oh, you must be mad.
No, sir, not I. But you are, and more than a little. You hated Willard Garth. It was you that was making the marriage impossible. You loathed him, and in the end you killed him.
How could I have killed him?
That was your little secret, Mr. Lawrence. The police found cigar ash in the dashboard tray of the death car. Chemical analysis showed that the ash was from an El Dorado cigar. What is it you have in your left hand, sir?
In my an El Dorado cigar. And in my right hand, a Derringer.
A powerful and admirable little weapon.
I suggest you show proper respect for it by dropping all this here and now.
You don't wish to hear me say the rest? That you are horribly in love with Diana, your own adopted daughter? In love and hopelessly, eternally frustrated, you would begrudge me the triumph of accusing you of having bribed Haynes to let you take his place in the driver's seat of the limousine, and further bribed and threatened him into putting on a show of merry pranks and false confessions to confuse us beyond measure?
You said I loved Diana. Would I do all this to her if I did?
Oh, but of course. A love like yours is really hate. You would have been content to see her dead rather than relinquish her, like all miserly, small-hearted men. You'd rather kill the girl you loved rather than muster the generosity necessary to see her attain happiness without you.
Well, that's enough out of you.
Oh, I should think it's much too much.
It is.
That's Old Time Icebox, a podcast available pretty much everywhere.